Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hello there. Welcome to Tracey's Fancy. How are you? I am up close and personal right here. I'm just the talking head in your screen. I am painting a small thing. It's not a dresser, it's not an armoire. It is a piece of vintage luggage. It's a piece of vintage luggage that is actually belongs to a client of mine that lives fairly close to me here near San Antonio, on the outsides of San Antonio, in another small town, and I've done several pieces for her. And this piece of vintage luggage belongs to, hi Cheyenne, belonged to her mother. It used to belonged to her mother-in-law, and she has asked me to paint it. She uses it as for like staging in her room, like she decorates with it. So we posted a picture of it earlier today here on Tracey's Fancy, and it's sort of that camely orangey brown color, and we are transforming it, and I've already primed it, and I've got a base coat of color on one side. Hi Carol, hi Liz. Hello, Deb, again. Thank y'all for saying hello. Come on over, tell us hello, and let me show you what I'm doing. So this is my first time to do luggage. I've seen them before. People have done them a lot over this last year, especially with, I feel like, a lot of redesign with Prima transfers. People are just not even painting them, but just putting transfers on them and sealing them. I've seen people stencil on them, decoupage on them, lots of stuff. Hey, Tanya and Joyce. Hi there. So Linda, my sweet client, was like, could you do this for me? Let me give you some ideas. So her heritage is from England. Her mother was from England. Her heritage is English. And on one side of this luggage, I'm actually going to do this. This is a picture that she sent. I'm going to hand paint this on one side. Merry Christmas, Tammy. Thank you. Hi, Julie. So I'm going to paint this on one side, and I will do this live because I'm committing to myself to do it live. This one doesn't worry me so much. This is just a bunch of measuring and eyeballing and using a ruler and tape. This one, she asked me to paint on the other side. Actually, she didn't. She told me I could do whatever I wanted, but I really like this. So I'm going to do this. I printed it out. This is just a very whimsically done scene that she sent me. I'm going to make it my own scene, focusing on this red phone box. Her mom and dad, her dad was from America. I guess he was in the war, and he was there, and they met in one of these phone boxes. And she actually has a photo of herself in that phone box, and so the red phone boxes are very special to her. And so I'm going to paint a scene similar to this in a very gray version, mostly black and whites, and then let this be the feature. And it'll be on one side, and then the flag will be on the other side. Yes, whoever said that, this does look like a lot of math. Yeah, it does. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm going to do it because I like it. So I'll be using some Cobalt Blue, some Bunker Hill Blue, some Honky Tonk Red. I know, Deb, isn't it? I wish I could say my parents met in a phone box. I don't even know where my parents met. No, my parents that adopted me were high school sweethearts. They met in high school. My biological, I don't know so much. Don't know. Anyway, very cool, right? And I don't know who this original artist was. It didn't even have it on the picture that she sent me. I don't know who this original, but it's so cute, right? It's like very childlike. Hi, Christine. So I'm going to just do it. And I was telling him over on the Dixie Belle page that, I always say that there's room for growth for everyone, and every single day we have room for growth. Every single day we have somehow, some way that we can learn something new, try something new. And let me tell you that one of the best ways to know if you have room to grow in an area is to do something that frightens you. Within reason, right? So who said I'm tickled? Linda did. I'm glad, Linda. And I hope you love your piece. That's Linda's piece that I just finished back there. I love it. So if you, painting scenes like that kind of painting live for people, which I enjoy doing. I love to paint, but I don't do it on camera. I paint furniture. I can paint artistic finishes, but I don't like do canvas type painting or scenes and things like that in front of people. I'm very self-conscious. I think that I question, do I really know what I'm doing? And I really don't. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why. I'm so self-conscious about it. So I decided that I'm going to just put a camera up, and over the course of the weekend while I work on this luggage piece, that I'm going to just turn a camera on here, right here on my page on Tracey's Fancy, and just let it run while I draw and paint. You love the blue and white piece. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I thought that putting the hot air balloons in it gave it a little more whimsy, because it just didn't have enough, and they were white and simple, and you know, not a lot of them are going to show, but it was by the fairy door, which I thought was super magical to have the fairy door and then have like hot air balloons floating up. I don't know. We all need some magic. We all need some magic right now, right? Okay, so let me move around here and show you what I've already done. Do I have the camera down far enough? I need to move the camera down. There we go. Sherry, are you watching? Hi, you just said hi. I'm sure there's a delay. No, Michelle, those are transfers, design transfers from Hocus Pocus. The hot air balloons. I cut up it's a huge transfer, and I cut it up, but it was on the post. So if you go to the post, where I showed it, the inside of the inside, I think actually every time I posted the piece, I put that there's a link there for that. Get that confidence, Kate. You know what? I would paint like a building and do a big mural, but something about, and I can do that, like the big murals, but something about doing small painting. I don't know why. I just don't like people to watch me, but I'm going to do it. Oh yeah, you remember now. Duh. Anyway, Sherry, how are you feeling, hun? Love you, girl. Love you. Missed you this past weekend. Did you see pictures of Waco? Yeah, it's all Christmas-fied, and I'm like really sad that we didn't get to go. Okay, let me move around here. I've got my microphone on. I've got my heater over here because it is freaking cold in here. All right, so what have we done? We have one coat of primer on this side. I used gray primer. On this side, I have one coat of Manatee Gray. It's not quite dry, so I'm gonna let that dry. I started to trim it out a little bit in the navy, which is right here, but it had too much. I still had too much Manatee Gray that was wet, so let me do in the navy now. There we go. That's the color I was after. So it's going to be trimmed out in navy, just like this. And then the flags will be, the flag, of course, will be in a bright red, you know, the typical red, white, and blue, more of a cobalt blue. And then it'll be trimmed out in this navy. So I think that that'll just be gorgeous. Getting down in these stitches. I really like, I thought about not accenting the trim, but to me it gives it a super Ralph Lauren feel. You know, you think about the Ralph Lauren luggage, the Ralph Lauren trunks. I don't know if you've seen those. They always accent the straps, the leather bands, and I just thought that gave this a really, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, not defined. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think right now. I have a hard time thinking when I'm detailing. So that's this. I'm not going to do all of this while I'm painting with y'all. I just want to give you the general look. See the difference in this side versus the other side. That is just such a really, really clean look that I love. So this, I really, really was preaching on the other about painting on leather. This really, I don't think it's leather. I think it's kind of a vinyl of some sort, but it feels like leather. And leather's really easy to paint with chalk mineral paint. Okay, so this has white on it on one side. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape this off because we are gonna do red and white stripes on this side. So I keep a bucket of water right off the screen and I just drop my brushes in. All of my brushes that I've painted with so far, I just throw them in there. I'll clean them at the end. I'm gonna we're gonna tape off and then I'm gonna open up the Honky Tonk Red. So I've got fat tape here and I also have some skinny tape, but I think I'm going to go with the fatter stripes. So let's tape this off. This hasn't had a lot of time to dry. I think it'll be okay. I'm going to stick it on my shirt as I always do, just to sort of de-tack it. Hopefully it won't pull my paint off. And I need to do my first stripe away from y'all. Let me do like this so that I can make sure I've got it nice and straight. Give me just a sec. There we go. Okay, so I've done one piece of tape, just like that. Now I'm going to use my next piece of tape as my spacer. So it doesn't have to be that long. I really don't want to get paint on my shirt, so I need to be careful because my t-shirt is new. I'm going to put this right here as a spacer, and then my next piece of tape will go down underneath it, and then I'll remove my spacer and just use it as I work down until I get all of the stripes taped off. I think red and white stripes are just going to be so cute on the end of this piece. Taping upside down is not advisable when you're trying to make sure you have straight. So I'm relying on y'all to tell me if that looks straight. Getting it in there. How's that look? And the next piece. Hello, Brenda. Hello again, hon. Yep, I am just over here going to do these cute, crisp red and white. This is going to be so cute. Super cute. Linda, are you still on? What room does this go in? All right, I'm going to turn this around because I'm getting a little nervous about it not being straight. I'm going to be back here. I'll just be back here. Y'all don't mind me. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, Linda told me on the other videos something about, she said something about someone's mirror, handheld mirror. She had a collection of handheld mirrors in something. Was it this? You're going to put them in here? Do you display it with it open? Or in the little travel case that matches this, or what? Where's this piece going to go? The piece, y'all, that I did for her that's behind me, she puts her quilt collection in, which is really pretty. I'm using the table right here, guys, the tabletop, to de-stickify. De-tack. I'm de-tacking. De-stickifying my tape. One more stripe. Who can tell me what we're going to do next? Y'all know what we got to do next. All right. Done. Okay. There we go. This is what it looks like. Voila. Okay. So now I'm going to get a small, like a 1-inch brush. Like so, and I am going to, oh, I gotta move that person, hold on. I'm gonna get my my Fluff, which is the color that I used originally. Can y'all see that piece? This is my Fluff. Burnish, you're right. That's right, Pat, I'm gonna burnish. So this is my Fluff paint right here. So I'm just gonna dip it in, and I don't need much. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the table there. Just burnish my edges, which just means put a small, thin coat on each side of the tape, just like that. And what that does is that fills up any open negative space that's left, so that when I go back and I paint the Honky Tonk Red, which is the stripe that's going to go in there next, which I love the name of Honky Tonk Red because I grew up in Houston, Texas, and honky tonks are a big deal. You know, I mean, I was right there where Gillies was, you know, Mickey Gillies. That was a honky tonk. I was too young, though. My parents did take me to Mickey Gillies one time after the movie. What was that movie? Urban Cowboy, just because it became so famous after that movie. So we did go there just because my mom felt like we needed to go there since it was famous. Anyway, I'm going to paint that with Honky Tonk Red. This way, white right now is going up and filling any open negative space in that tape. And then it'll fill that spot, and the Honky Tonk Red will not pass through there, and it will give us a much, ooh, I missed one. I know if I turn around, someone would say, you missed that. I did. I missed it. Y'all don't miss anything. Okay, so right now, you guys, right now, let that dry for a second. So I posted at 7 o'clock my Christmas tree urns on my front porch that look more like birthday urns, but we're going to call them Jesus's birthday urns. I love things to be a little off at Christmas and not be so always red and green. And so I have a lot of pastel-y things. So I was really drawn to these jewels and ribbons. So I made these Christmas trees in our group, Posh and Fancy, in my membership group. And I put them on my front porch. I think they're adorable. But Matt said, baby, those look like birthday parties. And I said, well, it's Jesus's birthday. So we're just going with that. So I posted those at 7 o'clock. And have y'all checked them out? Because has anyone commented yet? I've been too busy on live videos. Has anyone commented that in the middle between the tree and the ball, like there's a big ball and then there's a cone tree? Has anyone noticed that the black and white ribbons on one are below the wreath and the other black and white ribbons on the other one are above the wreath? Merry Christmas, Janelle, to you too. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's noticed. I almost put it in the post, like, no one needs to tell me that the black and white bows are in the wrong spot. Well, there is no wrong spot. They're just there. They're in the right spot. What happened was I created one and put it on my porch. And then I created the other one. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Did you notice? So then I created the other one with the other one being on the porch. And I just did it. I was like, oh, yeah, this is what I did. And then when I got it out there, I'm like, oh, crap. The bows, yeah, ruh-roh, Melissa. I was like, the bows are in the wrong spot. So I reached down and tried to like hot glue pull them off, but it was pulling my paint off of my ball. I was like, you know what? Just forget it. Forget it. It's Jesus' birthday. He doesn't care. Hi, Regina. Hi, honey. You didn't notice, Michelle? Okay, go back and look. It is handmade with love. Exactly. You missed it? Go look. I should have given a prize away to the first person who, I wonder if I go check it out if someone's noticed. It never fails. I can have the least little thing out of place and someone's going to notice it. And what's up with people asking about mask? You know, like, of course I wear my mask. I wear my mask everywhere. I'm a huge advocate of it. It's fine. I wear my mask. You know, but if I'm going to take a picture in public place for a millisecond, I'm going to take my mask off and take a picture. So I posted this morning, Harlow and me and Zadie, and I wrote this long post about growth and being excited and pushing through things that are scary. And, you know, we can all be that 4-year-old with that excited look of accomplishment on our face. Every single day you can feel that way. And this lady's like, mask? ? Like, she didn't say, oh, your granddaughter's cute, or oh, I miss Christmas recitals, or oh, I agree with you on growth, or even whatever, woman, I'm old now and I don't want to grow anymore. Nothing, just mask. I was like, okay, did you even notice anything about what I wrote? Thank you, Regina. Thank you. Thank you, Angie. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I don't remember what her name was, but I was like, did you like my post? And yes, if you look in my daughter's hand and in my hand, we do have, yeah, whatever, Melissa. I was like, we have masks in our hands, but this was a precious moment. Get it? Precious moments. Who collected precious moments? Me. In fact, I still have a ton of them out in the shed. They're all broken. We had a whole box of them for my whole life. I collected them, and a box fell and they all broke. I don't even think about you not having a mask. Yeah, Allie. I think there's people online just to bully. Like, I don't think that I'm not even sure she was a real person, because I did go to look at her profile and it was weird. It was like some random picture and then no post or anything. I think they're just online cyber idiots. That's what I'm gonna call her. Okay, so my Honky Tonk Red is very thick. Holy cow. Wonder if I have a new one over there I should break open. Okay, so this is what paint looks like when it's thick. This is a DQ Blizzard. Hi, here's your DQ Blizzard. Like, it's so thick. Look at that. But the beauty of it is you can pull it out like pudding, put it on a plate or in a little bowl, or I could just spray right on my furniture. But I'm not going to do that because I would spray on this and get this tape all wet, and I don't want to do that because I want it to be really dry because the water would get underneath that. So I can just take a spoon or my brush and dig some out. I mean, it's thick. See that? I don't even think it'll fall off my brush. But it doesn't matter. It's still good. I just smash it on there like acrylic paint. You know, you just squash it on. And then I'm just going to take, you can either add a little bit of water that you got with a cup, or I'm just going to take my spritzer and put it on my plate. I'm just going to reactivate this paint and stir it out just like that. Remember, you know, when we were growing up, we would use those tempera paints. Just add a little bit of water to it. Good as gold. Now, it will continue over time to get hard if you don't use it, and it gets beyond being able to activate it. It will get too hard. And then I'm like, whatever, I've got tons of paint over there, so I just don't need it. All right, so that's that. I've got it. It's thick. It's all over my plate. So now I'm going to just, I probably should wipe some of this off because I've got a lot on this brush. And let me move the camera down a little bit. I'm going to put my stripes on and then pull them off together, and then that will be done at least for tonight. And then over the weekend, well, today, what's today? Today's only Wednesday. I might come on tomorrow, but for sure over the course of the next few days, I'm going to come on and start working on the scene. So I'm going to go super light with my hand just because I don't want paint to seep underneath that tape. Get over here up against the side. I love this color. Red used to be my favorite color. It's not anymore. I I think I burnt myself out on it, but for years I've had so many red walls. I have had so many red walls, you guys. I've had red guest baths. I've had red kitchen walls back in like 1989, 1990, 91. I had red kitchen walls. And then after red kitchen walls, I went to pink and white gingham kitchen walls. Like gingham, like, you know, gingham. Yeah. But, and then I moved into this house. I painted these kitchen walls red. I just love red. Such a cheery color to me. Some people see it as an angry color, but I think it's a happy color. So my paint's pretty dry, but I'm okay with that. I'm just going back and forth. I'm not rubbing real hard. And of course, y'all know I'm painting upside down if I look awkward. Okay. So cute. And then it's going to have that navy trim on it. Love. Linda, this was a good idea. Linda's very, very creative herself. Super creative lady. I'm sure she could do all of this painting herself. But I'm glad she doesn't because I got to meet her and I get to see her and I get to do work for her. Almost done. All right, so that's it. I'm only going to do one coat. Now let's hope that this doesn't pull my white paint off. It did not. Yay. If it did, but it did there on the side. That's okay. I'm going to go back with navy and do that anyway, so I'm okay with that. Cute. What'd you think? You see some hearts y'all love? Isn't that cute? How cute is this going to be with a red foam box on the back? It did pull the paint off of this trim a little bit, but that's okay. I'll cover it. Isn't that adorable? Look how cute. Love it. Here Here's the side. So this has the navy trim, but this will have red and white stripes on it as well. And then I have red and white stripes on this side. So cute. All right, so that goes over there. And y'all can see up close, let me show you how very little, I mean, I put that big blob of paint on here and sprayed some water on it. But why can you not see that very well? I mean, it wasn't very much at all. I mean, just a little bit is running there. So that's how dry I kept it. That's how dry that actually is when I put it on there. Very cute. Thank you, Carol. So that's it, you guys. I am going to head out. It is, what is it, 8:15? I'm going to head out and, not out. I'm going to just keep painting here on the body of this. Unless Zadie might get home. She tried out a new gym tonight, and I'm really nervous for her. So she didn't know anyone there. It was a tumbling, and so she hasn't tumbled in 2 years. She was nervous. She was practicing like her back walkover and her back handspring last night. 14, you know, it's hard. It's hard to go somewhere brand new. But see, she's growing, right? She was like, oh, today she started backpedaling. I don't know if I want to. I'm like, Zadie, I know you don't know anyone there, honey, but I promise this, this is in you. You're going to get there. You miss tumbling. You're going to get there and it's going to feel good and you'll meet new people. So anyway, I hope it went well for her. Good night and God bless you as well, Janelle. God bless all of you guys. I love you all. Thank you for being here with me tonight. And I will randomly pop on and do some lives and let y'all watch me try to do a whimsical scene. Sandra, she is. We'll see how it went. Anyway, I love you guys. We'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye bye.